I hope I... Let's find out if I did. Song. Song should go. There we go. That's popped out. There's my Pico 8 documentation that I will look at later. I have my headphone cord wrapped around the wrong thing. Hello, Secret Knowledge. Okay. Strammy Tims. Close that down. Close that down. Close that down. Move this over here because it doesn't need to be here. Make that bigger. Hello, Stennis Merritt. Just so you know, I don't know. I thought of something to say and then it blanked. Alright, headphones are situated properly. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish streaming this game. It's probably like a 30-hour RPG, and the way my time frames usually work, it may make more sense to... Well, we'll see after this weekend. It may make more sense to move on to a different game for streaming and then just finish this on my own time, because I have some more time to do that kind of thing, especially on Wednesdays, which are noisy. But we'll see. Maybe I'll pop in for what I think about the end. Fallout Classics Bundle, Retro id Shooter Bundle, and Elder Scrolls Bundle is still on sale on GOG. The Fallout Classics Bundle is the cheapest deal, but a lot of people got that for free when it was free on GOG. The other two are new. The Elder Scroll Bundle gives you games that haven't been available for a very long time. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see what Securite is saying right now. Apparently, the UK has something called House of Lords, where they just cut straight to the chase and appoint rich people to run the country. Reading about other people or other countries' politics is exhausting. Oh God, this is what Europe feels like all year. This is horrible. Let's see what else looks here. Pictures. I always hope I make your day better with my tweets. There's nothing wrong with owning a game that you like multiple times. Now you're making sure if Steam explodes that you'll be able to have it, assuming you have it on, let's say you have it on Steam and on GOG. Yeah, I think this means that now we have every Elder Scrolls game available in some form. Arena and Daggerfall are freeware, though you also get them on GOG if you buy anything in the anything published by Bethesda. Battlespire and Redguard are on GOG. Morrowind's on GOG and multiple other places, and like Steam where you can still get it. And then you have Oblivion and Skyrim, and also TISO, but do we care about that? I don't think we do. We're almost out of time. I was gonna read some Chuck Tingle synopses, but it's about time to get into the game anyway. Wonder how long before Steam winds up on GOG. Wow, I almost did that. It being the end of the song, I almost ended my stream instead of firing up or hitting stop on the thing. Where's the... There we go. Yeah, a lot of stuff dropped today, the last couple days. The Mega Man collection on Steam, which is Mega Man 1 through 6. The emulation seems really good from what I've seen. When I was testing, it looks like the input delay might be a little... It's hard to tell because I have old monitors, which are not very... I mean, when I play Mega Man, I usually play them on a CRT because of the exact... Wow, this is a lot louder than the stuff was. Let me know if that's too loud. Okay. I'll just hit continue. It'll probably get me the closest. Oh yeah. I want to do Quiplash again. I need to set up the thing this weekend because there's Quiplash. For those of you who are not Kickstarter backers, no, our Kickstarter backers of Being Puppy Cat, the 5th and 6th parts are available now, or episodes, whatever you want to call them. And they were kind of sweet. They might make me cry later, but for very personal reasons. Let's see if the music stays a bit loud once we're out of the menu. Let me drag that over there because you were in the wrong spot. Yes, the family Boopkins. Dating back all the way to Colonel Alistair Boopkins. In the Great War. Yes, there's more Being Puppy Cat. According to the thingy, it said that it may not be publicly available for a while, though. But I'm sure you can find it through other means. Alright, where did I leave off? I need to go get some sleep. In fact, I believe that's what my thing says here. Get some sleep. It's hard to shake off the walled city. Its gravity clings to you as if wretchedness itself has grown tentacles. The sounds of suffering subside, but their echoes still thrum in your insides. Gobbet walks slowly, head down. Okay, I already read some of that. I have karma to spend. Spend karma. I'll wait until I have a need to spend it right now. Oh, I have money too. Divinity Original Sin 2 is Belgian. I did not know that. Have I been over here? Of course I've been over here. I've been everywhere, man. Comma. Whoa, man. What the? I haven't been everywhere. Where in the world is Karma San Diego? Oh, she'll sell you guns and stuff from this guy on the street. Reliable Matthew. Oh, man. No deals with outsiders. I'm not that guaylo. I can kind of speak Cantonese. Okay, so let's go get rested here, and then some shit's gonna go down. Gobbet says, you two can bunk here for a while. She nods with her nose towards a hatch. You've each got a head to take care of your You've each got a head to take care of your necessary. Wow. Can't you just say you've each got a bathroom to shit in? Try and knock before you enter someone else's, okay? Seriously? And wait, fuck. I know the drill. Wu turns to you. Stinks of fish, just like that place we squatted at on Leary Avenue back when we were kids. The one with that Aslan family and their dog. Aw. They were good people. Yeah, until the 162 decided they want the place. He wipes his nose with a gloved hand. They were good people. Sorry that had to happen to him. Oh, I've got Okay, so there's crispy M&Ms now. And they were on sale when I was buying Ortho some, what the hell was I buying her? Beef jerky. And they're actually pretty good. They're like the pretzel ones, only they're a little more... They're less salty, obviously. And you can punch through them a little... They're a little more airy, but they're still crunchy. It's not bad. I mean, they're not my favorite, but... Not bad. I may mix them with the peanut butter M&Ms that I bought because they were buy one, get one free. And, eat them. Okay. He stretches and his spine pops like a handful of firecrackers. I think I've been up for something like 36 hours straight. He drops his arms. And this has been one shit stain of a day. Time to end it. After I go rub one out. Can I watch your sister? I mean, you know what we do like where we're from. We're like kissing cousins. Only we're not even related. Wow. Want to go do some math? Anyway, the orc turns to you, raises an eyebrow. Anything you need before I let you do it? Is it just you and Isabel living here? Yeah. Gobbet's mouth screws up a bit. Now that Nightjar and Gutshot are gone, it's just us. The squeal... Ooh. I like this song. This is like a version of the song that I really like. I need... Ooh. The squeal of metal grinding on metal rips through the boat. It sounds like it's coming from the level below. And the creepy Russian guy renting the engine room downstairs. Ooh, it's a definitive Russian guy! Yes! We need to go talk to him. Nothing to worry about. He mostly keeps to himself. He'll stop soon. He's usually quiet by now. Is there a place for my stuff? Yeah, check the locker over there. You can stash your stuff in it. No one will touch your things in there. And it's a lot bigger than it looks. How'd you get your hands on this place? How do people like us get our hands on anything? We found it. Do I have to give them... No, I'm giving him a Russian voice. You found it, empty? He sweeps his eyes across the cabin. The doubt is playing on its face. Somebody abandoned a prime piece of real estate like this? She shrugs. Close enough. It was full of BTL junkies when we came across it. Cross it. Wow. My English is completely fail. They were completely wigged out in some multiplayer cyber game. I'm not sure if they ever chipped out of it. They were completely emaciated, stewing in piles of their own shit. Their eyes had sunk into their skulls, pretty gruesome stuff. They racked up a killer score, though. True, they had the moves. Should have hung an IV on them while they were playing, though. Turns out, nutrition is important. So what happened? Did they die? She shrugs. Nightjar ran him out. Not sure what happened to him after that. Anyway, it's ours now. Ani Cheng says so. All but the engine room, you mean? Right. Everything but that. Ani rented it out from under us. That must have pissed you off. She shrugs. Whatever. We weren't using it. As long as our downstairs neighbor keeps to himself, he can have the lower level, especially if it keeps Ani Cheng happy. Alright. There's a locker somewhere. There's a computer. Oh, look at that art. Oh, wow, look at that computer. Oh, man, there's at least... Look at those internet cables right there. Look how internet they are. Oh, they're like sick. They're like the size of vacuum hoses. It's a lot of internet. Oh, man, it's a Unix system. I know this. I know this. Ooh. This is a very efficient kitchen. I could totally work with this. Got some nice pans, 2 burners. The ventilation sucks, but yeah, I could work with that. Oh, there's another. Oh, wow. Oh, there's even we could even make cookies. Yeah, that's a full fucking galley right there. You can even have 2 people working at once. Let's go to my stash. All right, what do we have here? We've got drugs that I don't care about. We've got magically prepared salve. That may be useful. We've got our restroom. It's my bathroom. Hey. That's exactly how it works. Can I talk to my bro? What's up, bro? Hi, Andrea. I got some things to take care of here. Let's talk later. But you grew it up real good. I'm just gonna walk out slow. Oh yeah, that's it. Oh man, it's the upper deck. Yeah, upper decks. Hey, rat lady. Hey, Seattle. I'm not really in the mood to hang out right now. Heavy stuff going down, you know. I'll be fine. For the time being, I'd rather be alone. We'll talk later, though. Let's go talk to Isabel. Come back later, Tech Cat. I'm busy. Yeah, apparently my cooking is legendary. I think I could work with that cooking air apparatus too. It's like a single burner and like some kind of steam bath. I actually did. I think there have been 2 things that Henry's made of mine, and at least one of them turned out decent. Right down. Oh man, we've got Maleficent. Lopan! It's Lopan! Lopan! Dude, where's my truck? My truck! Lopan! The dream is suffocating. The shifting tunnel of glass and steel. The towering silhouette of dark majesty, the shadowy doorway, and the teeth. They snap at your heels as you claw your way back to consciousness. You open your eyes to Duncan looming over you. Andrea, come on, wake up. You gotta go get Kindly. The others already left. Oh god, yeah, wasn't Ku shorter though? It's been a long time since I've seen Samurai Jack. Haven't I heard that it's coming back in some way? Like they're doing like an ender for it, some kind of final season or a miniseries to cap it off. Because that's a show that maybe I haven't seen the show since it came out, but it was a very beautiful show. He lets go of your shoulder, cocks a thumb at the hatch. We gotta go. I've been trying to wake you for a while now. You were thrashing around in your sleep. Made my pants tight. Thrashing around? Yeah, you were clawing at the air. Clawing? Did I say anything? Nah, you just mumbled a bit. Nothing I couldn't take out. Nothing I could make out. Speaking of... There we go.
Unmudded and undeopened.
Yeah. Aw, Ku's VA died? I didn't know that. I didn't sleep well either. Bad dream. What about? I never remember my dreams all that well. That's probably motion sickness. I used to sleep on a boat. Woke up a little while ago, hit the head. Then I hit my head in the head. Came back and woke you up. Then I hit the head again. Wait. Okay. You doing okay? I'll survive. Man, it's gone right since we stepped foot in this country. I never watched Avatar, though I have been told that I have to. And if I do start to watch it, I will have basically someone snuggling next to me the whole time, watching me watch the show constantly and just staring at me. It's not fair. I'll tell you something, though. After this full night of sleep, I don't believe Ray's dead. What makes you say that? Think about it. That statement from the cops on the newscast could be fake. Ours was. That surveillance footage, we never saw Raymond get shot. Camera was hit by stray gunfire. His passion is intense, but contained, focused. Raymond's alive, Andrea. I know it. You make a good case, Ossifer Wu. He smiles. His teeth are white and straight and perfect. Should have been a detective instead of a headbuster, right? His smile fades. God, I feel like I'm 12 years old again, squatting on a stinking trawler. My partner's gone. Raymond's gone. Hell, I'm gone. I don't even have a name anymore. Now I can't even go to sleep and hide from it all without having a nightmare. His jaw tightens and his teeth grind so loud you can hear it. What else is going to take him with me? I'm here, Duncan, and I'm not going anywhere. What if we get separated? What if he dies? Oh my god. His mouth tightens. Too soon, Tech Cat. He checks his watch. Goblin and Isabel left a while ago. We should get going. See what the triad lady has to say. Ortho is clearly part bird, part cat, snake. Maybe 2/3 cat, 1/6 snake, 1/6 bird. I think it's about right. Cat snakes. Well, you know what a cat snake is, don't you? I love bad accents too. Are we gonna have that Russian guy show up? Where's Annie? This is probably. Oh, who's this? Hello. Get her done. Get her done. Kindly's place reeks of stale cigar smoke and fresh urine. The clicking of mahjong tiles is strangely absent. In its place is a low murmur of laughter, an air of eager anticipation. My tongue doesn't work. All eyes are focused on the groaning figure kneeling bloodily and bound at the feet of Kindly Chang. She's a little too young to have seen Ghost Rider. It was, I mean, the series ended before she was born, I think, or around the time she was born. Oh, M&M's. Yeah, stale urine smells gross. My bus route to work takes me near a homeless shelter, so sometimes there's some, well, sometimes there are some bus patrons that are less fresh than others. Especially on the days that it gets like 100 degrees. I shouldn't be eating in the microphone. She beckons to him with her finger, and he struggles towards her. The loud rustling of the plastic tarp crackles under his knees as she moves. His pants are wet with fear. And a settling torch lies on the table at Cheng's right hand. Kelly Cheng ignores the scene. She behaves as if all is right in the world. How'd you sleep, my little ones? She indicates the kneeling man with an incline of her nose. Shipbird here is a plainclothes cop. He snuck into the area last night while you were sleeping, hoping to find you and kill you before his competition got to you first. My men found him outside the trawler you were sleeping on. They saw to it that your rest was undisturbed and that your location remained a mystery. Yep, I have some chocolate candies. M&M brand. crisp M&Ms and peanut butter M&Ms. They were on sale. Not very many of them. She nods her head to the pillar of meat standing behind her. You can thank Mr. Bao for that. I will just nod at him. Bao inclines his head 1/4 of an inch. She addresses the bloody man on his knees. Now, shitbird, tell my friends here what you told me. I don't know anything. I don't know anything, I swear. We just got the orders last night. He pushes his head towards you and Wu from the floor, struggling with him. Somebody high ups want these two dead. The whole department is on it. I don't know anything else. Someone from high up. The old woman lifts her foot, taps his chin with the toe of her shoe. How high? The cop looks up at her. Looks around the room filled with triad soldiers. One of them opens his coat and shows the cop something inside. He closes it and slowly winks. The cop drops his head to his chest. All the way up. All the way up. It's someone on the council. Someone on the executive council wants these two dead? Cheng spits on him with a sneer. Fuck your ancestors to the 18th generation. Give me the truth. The cop wears the spittle, never lifts his head. It's the truth, madam, I swear. Whoever it was labeled them as terrorists. We're to terminate with extreme prejudice. Prejuice? Oh, yeah. Ew. Kindly Cheng shuffles closer to the kneeling cop, reaches down and strokes his head with her hand. Then she slowly digs her finger into his scalp. She pulls back hard until his chin points high. The triad boss leans in close and searches his eyes with her own. That's all he's got. She lets go of his head, smooths out his buzzed cut hair with her hand. For whatever reason, last night someone in the executive council of the Free Enterprise Zone ordered the Hong Kong police force to kill 2 nobodies from Seattle. I find that interesting, don't you? Not really. Corporations can just order the cops to kill people here. Corruption is so ingrained in our society that we don't even see it as corruption. If a street vendor can get a sanitary citation by buying the cop a cup of tea, can get out of a sanitary citation, okay, for 5 million, imagine what a megacorp can do. Let's see, Gobbet says Seattle isn't like Hong Kong. There, the megacorps control the government. Here, the corps are the government. Isabel says the executive council is chosen by the corporate board of governors. They're basically the legislative and executive branches of the Hong Kong government in one tiny package. 8 people call the shots. Neat and efficient. Conley Cheng steps back from the cop and lights one of her thin black cigars. For the wage slaves and the civilian sheep, the corporations are a pantheon of gods who wield absolute power. She looks around the room, but not for us. The triad woman takes a long pull from her cigar and taps ash on the kneeling cop's head. Who else knows about my guest's visit to Shitbird? No one, madam. I hadn't called it in yet. I wanted to kill for myself. No one knows we're here, I swear it. She turns to enforcer. Mr. Bao? Bao fiddles with the PDA on his meaty hands. He's telling the truth. No outgoing calls on his PDA. Very good. Thank you, Bao. She nods at the cop. Thank you for your honesty. In one smooth motion, Strangler Bao produces a silenced pistol, fires it once in the policeman's head, and replaces it in his jacket. His face never changes expression. Okay. Cheng takes a drag on her cigar. Yes, my darling. She balances her cigar on her shot glass, picks up some mahjong tiles, and begins playing with them absently. It is clear our friend Raven Black was up to something involving the walled city. Something having to do with prosperity. And the executive council member wanted Raymond dead for it. She stacks her tiles one by one. Click, clack. I don't have any click, clack things that do that. Actually, maybe I... No, I don't. Now they want you dead for it too. Click. This plastic-faced man may show up on your door one day too. She knocks the pile over and it clatters on the table loudly. I have a proposal for you, my sweets. A smile lights up her dead black eyes. Work for me. With Nightjar and Gutshot dead, I find myself with 2 job openings. Fill them. Let's see. I have need of deniable assets here. Players unaffiliated with the Triads who could take care of some of the more unsavory business needs about town. You've proven yourselves resourceful and have no existing connections here that can be positive in this line of work. Shadowrunners, who grunts his taw gitans but stays quiet. Hey? Guffaw? In exchange, I will keep you safe from pests like this one. She nods at the body on the floor. The pool of blood on the plastic wrap continues to widen. You'll have safe harbor here in my town and a steady source of income. She picks up a handful of tiles again. And while you dip your toe in the waters of corporate espionage, organized crime, and clandestine mercenary actions, I will employ my network to find the plastic-faced man and gather information about Raymond Black. Where he's been, who he's talked to, who stood to gain from his death, and what this prosperity could be. A jab in this economy, I took their jabs by getting them killed. Not foreigners, my sweet, valued business associates. I need to learn who killed one of my clients and order the cops to execute my team of Shadowrunners. Her voice drops and becomes deadly serious. This is a brazen disregard of my power. Face dictates it must be confronted, or I stand to lose everything. Yeah, am I a liability? Oh no, on the contrary, there's a good market for out-of-town talent that's just waiting to be exploited. Plus, you're unknown. A surprise, if you will. If I find the right gerbs for people with your talents, you do what our client cannot do for themselves. I take a finder's fee and a small percentage of your earnings. You make a lot of new yen very quickly. It's all very civilized. She leans in. Work with me. Allow me to help you make money. Let my network work for you and help you find out what you've gotten yourselves into. Without my help, you won't last a day out there. You are completely out of your depth, I'm afraid. You need a partner, and Kindly Chang will be your partner. Wu's hands goes to his hips. He drops his head and shakes it a little. Confused. I gotta wrap my brain around this, Andrew. Things moved fast. Lots of process. Gerbs. It's a gerb. Gerb, gerb, gerb. You had to see this coming, Duncan. I did. I know, I get it. I just gotta reconcile this whole... He grips the back of his neck, squeezes hard, rips his hands away. Fuck it. I'm not a cop anymore. That guy's dead. He nods. The decision's made. I'm in. What about you? I'm in 2. But why am I in? Let's see. Yeah, someone's gonna pay. Fucking revenge. If I thought Raymond was dead, I'd agree with you, but he's not. Raymond's alive, I'm sure of it. So I'll run the shadows as long as Anna Chang keeps up her end of the bargain and helps us figure out what's really happened to him. Then I'm gonna find my poppy. Then it's done. Here is now open to you. She gestures to her lieutenant, who raises a finger to her ear and whispers in her sleeve. First order of business, Andrea Boopkin and Duncan Wu don't exist anymore. You'll need street names. No! Yeah, okay, I'll think of something. I think we already got you covered, Gunshow. She turns to Isabel. Fits, doesn't it? He's Gunshow. I knew that was gonna stick. It has stuck. Gobble Isabel will handle the same way we did... Wait. Gobble Isabel will handle this the same way we did with all your previous work. She didn't say Nightjar. All the jobs I line up for you will be sent to your computer on the squat boat. She's pointing at you. Why her? It's a simple process of elimination. Isabel isn't the leader type. You got that right. As for Gobbet, let's just say Gobbet doesn't have a head for business. Not my thing. And she rests on figures on Wu. Then there's Gun Show. The jury's out on Mr. Gun Show. Meaning there's a lot going on within that head of yours right now, and I'm not sure I can trust you. So I'm in charge because I'm the best of the worst. Oh, my sweet, don't put it that way. You're the most equipped for the role. She's making sense. You're the person for this, Andrea Boopkins. Alright then. Guess I'm running the show. Gonna be weird calling you Kit Kat again. Haven't heard you that since we were kids. Gobbet looks to Isabel. It looks from Isabel to you, to you. I guess this is our crew. The rat on her shoulder scurries to the top of her head for a better view. Welcome to the shadows. I'm no longer a Boopkin. No, the Boopkins live forever. One day I will reclaim the Boopkin family honor. My Boopkin family honor. Yo. Can I talk to her about some awesome shit? Like, hey, miss, hi. Alright, she's got business to attend to. What is this? This is the game telling me that I can level up people. Oh, I gotta choose. Gotta spend some more time at the firing range, increasing her ranged combat skill and SMG specialization by 1. Or spirit control. Taking games an assault rifle ability that fires a single shot of incendiary ammo that does 2 damage and pierces up to 2 armor, or crowd control. Yeah, that's the one we want. Alright. Crew advancement available. I just did that. Alright. Am I an outsider still? Can I buy from you? Looks like it's getting close to 6. Smooth jazz, just, yeah, whatever. Hey there, beautiful. Welcome to our floating heaven. Let's see. You're Reliable Matthew. That's right, Reliable Matthew Shun at your service. He sends his hand to shake. The odors of peach-scented moisturizer and stale tobacco smoke watch over you. I'm just here to shop. I'm interested in your combat models. I don't have any of these things. Let's see if we can't find a Decker vendor. As you approach the small landing, 200 young man over a go board. Just wait. Okay. Just a Gawker shoe. It's your turn. Wait, can I? Coincidence. Wasn't but an hour ago that we were discussing the very thing. We've been having bad dreams, every one of us. We should compare notes. Can't say I'm comfortable telling strangers details about me. Don't mind him. He's always been a poor sport. Alright. Lao says, I'll tell you. The younger man's voice cuts through the din like a razor. The elders fall silent. He turns to you, and he locks eyes. Okay. I believe you're trustworthy. Make yourself comfortable. I'll share a dream with you. Whenever you're ready. I dreamed of a long, dingy hall. When faced with such a thing, one generally walks its length, so I lifted my right foot and placed it in front of me, but upon taking that first step, I found myself instead drawn to an alleyway to my left. It wasn't there before this alley. It appeared only as I began to walk. As I moved down the alley... Shh. Everyone's dreams are worried. Shh. Anyway. As I moved down the alley, I found myself surrounded by friends and loved ones. They all stood there, silently watching with smiles on their faces. As I passed each one of them, they fell to the ground in my wake, dropping like puppets with severed strings. Somehow I knew that if I followed this road to the end, I could have everything I ever dreamed of. But I woke before I could reach it. He folds his hands on his lap. There's a moment of silence before Shu speaks. The rosiness of its cheeks have drained away. I too saw the long hall. My own experience was different, however. The hall was far off in the distance. I was looking down on it from a strange angle, as though perched on a wall high above. Let's see, you look very much like the person I saw walking that hall. She steadily moved down the path, walking at an even pace. Just behind her, a great and terrible shadow followed. Of course, I didn't have the best view up there on the wall or whatever it was. Could have been anyone, perhaps this old mind of mine, seeing your face now and misremembering your dream. Lets out a chuckle. A small gush of red returns to his cheeks and looks over at Jin. Alright, Jin, or Gin. Go ahead. I've changed my mind. I don't want to share my dream. Nonsense, Master Lao and I have both told her our dreams. Now it's your turn. No. I don't want to force you to do anything. Jin, this is important. Alright, but don't go repeating any of this to you. Okay. My dream began as a nightmare. I dreamed of the failures and mistakes that I've made throughout my life, the people I've let down, the competitors I've crushed, the wife who died in hospice without me. I dreamed of the family that I abandoned. But then, I dreamed of the walled city. I stood before it, its door opened to me. And when I passed inside, all of my guilt fell away. It was as though the city absolved me, had washed away my guilt. And I remember feeling happy. There, I did it. You happy? Yeah, okay. It's the sort of thing normal. If it were normal, it wouldn't be okay. No, upsetting dreams have never been common in hell. But these recent visitations have been different. They've been darker, more vivid, stronger than normal dreams. Last night I felt consumed by the sense that something was coming, while my friends here felt a sense of relief and excitement that their dreams ended. I felt as though I were sitting on the precipice of some vast and terrible chasm with the void yawning beneath my feet. But perhaps these are just ramblings of an old man. Please forgive me. Okay. Okay, that was good. It's nice to talk to people. Let's go find a vendor. Got money to spend. Got money to burn. Oh, what's this? Parlor of Five Phases? Let's go in there. Hello, Crafty Zoo. A mild scent, sweet and slightly herbal, is the first thing you notice upon entering the old shop. Its quarters are cramped, made smaller by the display cases and furniture packed inside. Uh-oh. A few titles jump out at you: Lucid Dreaming, an exploration of the inner self, Dream Logic, Nocturnal Visitations. Overall, the place feels lived in, if disorganized, not cluttered, but close. Alright, let's... nice to meet you, Crafty. I would like to see your wares. None of these are useful to me. None of these. None of those. None of those. None of those. Alright, exit. As a matter of fact, I have had vivid dreams. It's a little weird that we're having them, but these types of dreams are common in the Wild City. They're common. Oh yeah, I'm intentionally not trying to pronounce it. Anyone who's familiar with the Walled City would know that, but for most people, don't go out of their way and try and find it. My mother devoted her life to researching the Walled City and the magical phenomena within it, so I grew up with stories about the city, the recurrent creepy dreams being one of them. Common as the cold. My mother devoted her life to researching the Walled City and magical phenomena within. Oh, I already. Your mom sounds hot. Interesting, but not praiseworthy. The name started out as a joke. Back home, my mom used to call me Crafty. I mean, it's similar to my given name because I like the way it sounds. What's your given name? Meow. 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 Yes, like a cat. You foreigners always make the same joke, which is why I grew up hating meow. So call me Crafty. What do you do when you're not at work? I've been pretty crunched here at the shop, so I don't have a lot of time outside of work, but when I'm off the clock, I like to read and paint, maybe kick back and enjoy a meal with my friends. My buddy Gobbet. Ooh. I know a Gobbet. You know a lot of Gobbets. I'm sure they're one and the same. She's a good person. We're not real close, but we have a pleasant relationship. Chatting over French fries. Oh, shallow things. She and Isabel got me out of a tough start. Alright. You paint? Alright. Tattoos. What do you like to read? Usual. Okay. She was book taught. I was very old school. What else do you know about? It's a hellhole. The music stopped. Crime's drawn to it like a magnet. You can't enter the city without a security guard on each elbow. No, don't fall over. I get the feeling your relationship with your mother was unusual. You'd better believe it. She was obsessed with the Walled City. Oh, I'm eating again. Hi, Candy. Oh. This sounds familiar. Did she ever find anything? All right. What is the name of this? What makes this store so special? Built over a dragon line. What's with the name of the store? It's a cultural thing. 5 phases. All right. Do you believe your mother's research? All right. Mother's research was stupid. Just plain stupid. She wasn't stupid herself. No, Mom was very bright. But her obsession was downright unhealthy. Anyone can see that. The walled city is a toxic place, home to dark spirits and astral influence, but Mom believed in a singular curse at the heart of the place. My mother failed to change the walled city, and the time she spent inside there changed her. She grew sickly and became moody, irritable. She suffered from night terrors the rest of her life. It wasn't just that. The breaking point for me was her ridiculous obsession. I refused to indulge her, and it drove a wedge between us, neither of us willing to relent. I guess we had that in common. Stubborn till the end. So after Mom died, I turned my back on her work and left the walled city and its people to themselves. It's a toxic site beyond rehabilitation. I do my best to ignore it. Her composure breaks for a second. You can see Crafty shift nervously behind the counter. At least I've tried. Now that these dreams, these nightmares are leaking out of the walled city, I wonder if I can still ignore it. All right. Alright, there we go. I just got exposited on. Press button for exposition. Press button to win. Press button for exposition. Hello, Spider Shen. What do you have for me? Despite the wind and rain pelting... Alright, we got a monk. Melee weapons. I am Monk Shen. Most people call me Spider Shen on the account of the spiders back there. They're not local. Not by a long shot. It's definitely a statement, not a question. Or you're not local, not by a long shot. You got a problem with that? Why would I? I'm here to sell. You seem like you're here to buy. You want to kill somebody? These will make it happen. Do you sell the snakes and spiders too? Alright. They're that secret. Of course they're secret. You're a monk and a weapons dealer. What is Xingyi Quan? 5 element. Okay. Let's take a peek. Oh, we don't actually have one of these. Let's go look at some more people. There's an MTR station. There's an intercom. Maybe this is where I get my medical services and mechanical repair. We don't need that at the moment. There's got to be a Decker vendor here somewhere. Letting me buy some awesome stuff. That's where the thing is. Meow meow. Have I already talked to this dude? That's reliable Matthew. Okay then. Is there anything more this way? Must exhaust everything. We can check downstairs now. Ooh, we can also dialogue advance. Dialogue advance? Oh, wait, no. This is my own stash. You ready to talk, bro? Yeah, we're ready to talk. Let's see if he wants to... Okay. Yep. I think it's time to catch up. I have never seen a kitten being born. I'm sure there's videos on YouTube. I have seen a human being born. That's why I'm maintaining my equipment. Helps keep me focused on my brain, work through stuff. Yeah, that's good. Tavane, where do you want to start? I can't get that dream outside of my head. Yeah, you sound like a nasty one. I don't remember much about mine. I was creeped out by our run to the walled city. I'm surprised I didn't have it. Okay. Was the walled city in your dream? Not sure. I'm surprised. Walled City is more than just another slum. Hell, it is a sprawl. We all, of course, we dreamed about it. Feeling I had there stayed with me. I felt thick and heavy. Got this overwhelming feeling of, I don't know, wretchedness. Let's see. You know how sometimes you're mad at a friend in a dream and you wake up and you're still mad at them? You treat it like you did something wrong when you see him. Kind of like that to me. Like I dreamed I was swimming towards a bright light and then I woke up and was out of breath from the effort. Alright, what do you remember from yours? Just little snatches of things. Walled city was breathing. It had teeth everywhere. There's a tunnel that was so bright I had to shut my eyes. And Raymond was there. He was either kneeling or lying. I can't remember which, but he was crying. So made me wake up. The sound of my father crying. My pappy. Okay. He was obsessed with the walled city, whatever prosperity is. Sounds like a sleepwalker trying to stumble his way through something. Sleepwalker who hires... Very smart as hell. If he thought he needed runners to make him in that place, he needed them. Did he say anything about me after I left? So now after you left, you never said a word about you. Not a word. Let's talk about being Shadowrunners. What's there to say? I worked my ass off. You said this was... okay. You said this was all about running the shadows until we find out who killed Raymond, then it's about payback. Is that true? Yep, it's about revenge for me. Be careful about taking the road to revenge. It usually ends in 2 grave sites. What's your opinion of kindly changed? Well, it's actually nice that it remembered what I said, because that's a little more in depth than some of the other stuff. I'd say she's got us right where she wants us, right under her thumb. What do you want to talk about specifically? We should keep an eye on everybody. What do you think she wants from us? Triad boss and underground fixer. No, I don't think we can trust her, but as long as we share the same goals, we should be okay. What about Plastic Face Man? Creepy dudes are nothing new to me, even well-dressed, creepy corporate dudes. Between the gangsters we grew up with and the shit that I've run into as a cop, I've seen all kinds. I just want to know who he is and who he works for. Let's talk about Goobit and Isabel. They seem competent considering how young they are, but then it's not like they've been taking care of themselves since they were pretty young. The 3 of us work together well in the walled city. Based on that, I bet the 4 of us would make a solid crew. Alright, just got kicked out there. That's how it works, Henry. Let's go talk to Isabel. Isabel's cabin is an exercise in controlled chaos. Her living space is utterly dominated by an enormous jury-rigged computer. Wow, yeah, that is... okay. Serpentine cables snake from component to component, tying dozens of obsolete terminals and cyberducks together into a single colossal machine. This is my personal machine. If you're looking for your mission computer, it's downstairs. She doesn't bother looking up. You can see yourself deep in the guts of an obsolete cyberdeck. One of half a dozen that have been wired into her computer with braided cables. She continues to study the cyberdeck's inner components, clicking her tongue. Skinny fingers dart in on the on to label a stray wire with a strip of electrical tape. So, you need something? Yeah, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Have you been having weird dreams lately? Yes, I think everyone's have. It's kind of think I want to know. Yes. Oh, can you scratch right where you're at? No, no, lower, lower, lower. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Ortho back scratches are the best. You Skype me something. Oop. Let's go see. Sounds a little bit like Never Better Nice as well. You can DM in front of people. Oh, fine, Dungeon Keeper. You didn't even play Dungeon Keeper. Really? That game's from like 1998. Was it like on the PlayStation or something? I don't know if there was a PlayStation version. I don't know where did you play the PC version? Because as far as I know, there's a PC version. I think you're confusing it with something else. Boop. Boop, boop. Alright. The octopus. Busted terminals. Okay, aftermarket. Memory from Maximum Law's dumpster. Okay, that's the guy I need to find. Maximum Law. I'm in the middle of streaming. What do you want? Yes, Babby. Okay. I'm gonna ask you a question, something personal. Oh, ooh, it's like truth or truth. Think of it as a game of questions. We take turns until one of us wants to quit. Deal? Deal. Tell me what you really think of Duncan. Interesting. Her eyes flit. That's her way to go. It's cabin. And a little familiar. We've answered my question. I guess that makes it your turn. I'd rather not talk about it and ask me something else. Where did you and Gavit meet? You met as kids in the walled city. My prison was her playground. I just have a hard time remembering those days. My childhood is kind of a blur. And that would make it my turn. So tell me, what was your connection of Raymond Black? He was like my pappy. How long have you been in the shadows with Gavit? 4 years. Alright. You're stuck there. Marooned, you and Duncan both. He's obviously in with this mission. Okay. He keeps thinking of the things he left behind, but what about you? Is there anything that you want to get back to? I killed your mood by not being immediately having you in the middle of a stream. I can't drop everything just because you do something awesome. She's upset at me now. She glances down at the clock on her desk, an antique model with physical hands that look like it was wrenched out of a submarine. A frown spreads across her face. Shit, it's even later than I thought. I still got a long way to go before the octopus is fixed. She begins to turn away. Her attention is fixed on the stack of partially disassembled cyber decks in front of her. Let's not push it. No, it's not that. I just thought you were confusing game. She's upset about me now. I don't think you meant Dungeon Keeper. I thought you meant Ortho's mad at me. Look up videos of Dungeon Keeper and see if it's the game you think you made. Because I'm surprised that you played it, because it's the wrong time for you to enjoy that kind of game. Kind of. And it seems like the kind of genre you're not even really interested in at all, because I've asked about, ooh, would you like to play? Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly the game. Okay. Speaking of which, there was a Pico 8 game that's kind of like that. That someone did for Ludum Dare, the most recent Ludum Dare. And it's pretty cute. Okay. Goblet's nest. Cradle in a bowl of soup. At her feet, a cast iron pot simmers away on an electric hot plate. The contents are typical Hong Kong comfort food. Chicken style soya broth. Elbow macaroni, tinned ham, in quotation marks, and a heaping scoop of egg-flavored mycoprotein. As you wind your way through the piles of dirty laundry, Gobbet slowly lifts her head from her bowl to acknowledge you. Hey, Seattle. She chews on on the words. Okay. Along with a mouthful of cheap pasta, a corner of her mouth curls up in a half smile. How's tricks? Things have been better, things have been worse. That's the attitude. Very stoic, very strong. It's downright inspiring. She skims an oily slab of faux ham on top of her soup and pops it in her mouth. You want to tell me what you're doing in my bedroom? Assuming you're not here to admire the view. Let's see. Any thoughts on the last run? Ugh, don't remind me. That place is every bit as foul and screwed up as I remember it. If you ever want to drag me back there, you'd better have a damn good reason for it. I have to say, I'm impressed with how you handled the run. None of the Yellow Lotus soldiers died, and Kindly's not the kind of person to forget little details like that. Getting on her bad side is a great way to get a fast ride into an early grave. It's good you step lightly on this one. Yeah, we all have everyone in town. My professional opinion, the dreams are coming from inside the walled city. All the negative energy, all that pain and anger and poisonous ki is leaking out, getting into our heads while we sleep. It's pretty freaky. More so than most people. Okay. Ambush on the docks. Nightjar and Gutshot were two of the strongest men I've ever known. Quality Shadow Riders, both of them. I've watched those two fight through situations that kill anybody and come out on top. And how do they go out? Bang, bang, dead, dead. No blaze of glory, no final speech, just extinguished. Smashed like bugs. Alright, rats. So usually they don't. Me and Rat, we have sort of special bond. She takes care of me. And to pamper her earthly children like these two. Meet madness and folly. You could probably do the same if you wanted to. It's easy. Just walk around into any alley in Kowloon after sundown, stick your hand into the first dumpster or storm drain that you come across, and just keep fishing around until you touch fur. Might have to try that. You probably shouldn't. Odds are about 50-50 that you'll get your hands chewed off. I'd probably feel bad about that. Let's see. Alright, conversation is exhausted. Let's go find a mission. Wait, we haven't checked downstairs yet. Downstairs. Hello, Ractor. It's oppressively hot down here. The air is full of synthetic odors that grab you by the sinuses and refuse to let go. You can smell engine grease and melting plastic, ionized air, and lead solder. A quick scan of the room tells you why. The downstairs tenant has converted the space into a machine shop. Metal fabrication tools and Duraplastic extruders line the walls, and a pair of heavy industrial manipulators hang from the ceiling. A man in a black trench coat stands with his back to you, staring at a monitor mounted above a sturdy workbench. He addresses you without turning. Ah, I was wondering when I'd meet the new neighbor. His voice is pleasant, cultured. There's a hint of a Russian accent there, but it's buried under layers of nuance. Please, stay where you are. I will be with you in just a moment. And, unless you fancy an unplanned trip to Chrome Alley, don't touch anything. There are all manners of tool in here that could take your hand clean off. Don't mention it. I have no interest in seeing anyone hurt in my shop, especially not my upstairs neighbor. You focus on the enormous manipulator arms you saw earlier. They're bulky industrial things, dented from years of heavy use. Each arm has been fitted with at least a dozen. Hi Cam. There's layers of nuance, I swear. A dozen different welders. Okay. Very good. Very good, yes. That's coming along nicely. Very nicely indeed. He turns towards you, smiling, and for the first time you can see his face. He has a broadly handsome Slavic features and a chiseled jaw. His eyes are like flecks of ice. Sorry to have kept you waiting, miss... that's my name now. It's not the Boopkins. I hear your name is Boopkins? His voice trails off. With alarming speed, a sinister-looking drone scuttles out from under the work table. Its movements are surprisingly agile and fluid. The machine rears back menacingly and spreads its forelegs at a sign of aggression. Please, don't mind the drone. He can be territorial. As long as you remain civil, he will not bite. My name is Raktor. My counterpart here is called Koshchei. After an awkward moment, he withdraws his hand. If irritated, he doesn't show it. I'm very pleased to meet you, Thick Cat. In a community such as Heoi, it is important to be on good terms with one's neighbors. Very well. This morning's casting should be cooling for a few minutes yet. It's a good time to talk. When you say this morning's casting, what do you mean? Exactly what I said. A casting that I made of new locomotive assembly for Kolshai. A biomimetic design, as you can see. This one inspired by walking legs of decapod crustacean. The mangrove crab, to be specific. That remains to be seen, but there is more to life than combat effectiveness, is there not? By fabricating new components for Koshchei, I unlock options, different ways of being. Even the failures, and there have been many, have value in this context. How did you learn to do all this? More training than experience than I care to mention. Drone architecture was once my profession, see? Now it's more of a calling. One that I'm free to pursue, now that I've freed myself from the shackles of corporate servitude. Let's see. Yes, I suppose that it is. Not many riggers within their most prized possession after a villain from a fairy tale. Not to my heritage, I suppose. Oh, marvelous. I hadn't thought anyone versed in the Russian classics here in Heoi. Koshchei was a deathless, immortal villain, kidnapper of women. Indeed, he was those things. But it was not Koshchei's misdeeds that drove me to name. I suppose the notion of immortality to cleverness that resonated with me. There was something to be learned from that for sure. And so, when it came time to name my beloved creation, his was the first name that came to mind. Let's see. In the manner of speaking, I suppose that he is deathless. I have redundant copies of every piece of his architecture, and his core programming is stored on a disk in secret location. Should he ever suffer critical damage, I can easily bring him back. I had a plan once, to automate the self-repair process, I must confess. It was quite genius, but alas, my research was lost. One day I will reclaim it. And Koshchei will become as deathless as the stories claim, but today is not that day. Are you Russian? I thought I caught a hint of an accent in there. He nods. You have a good ear. I am impressed. Yes, I grew up in Nizhny Novgorod. Went to school there. Started my career here in the industrial sector. Fairly common story, I'm sure. But I have also traveled a great deal. And in so doing, I have absorbed a number of other languages and dialects. How could you tell that I am not Russian? It is very subtle. I am very good at Hong Kong Cantonese accent. There are some layers of nuance packed on top. How many languages do you speak? Counting Russian, Cantonese? 15? He shrugs apologetically. Shames me to admit that I'm only literate in 12, however. You're either way too hard on yourself or acting ashamed to cover the fact that you're bragging. He furrows his brow. Koshchei takes a step forward. I assure you, I'm not bragging. In truth, I've never cared much. What anyone else thought of my abilities or accomplishments, I am quite self-sufficient in that regard. If I tell you that I feel ashamed, it is because I do. When knowledge eludes me, I take it poorly. I said poorly really badly. His shoulders relax, Koshchei adopts the same posture. The curse of perfectionism, I suppose. And you shouldn't... Yeah, well, okay. You've got some interesting machinery there. That is something of a sore subject. My departure was involuntary, you see. I did not part ways with my employer under best of terms. I will tell you that I work for Grishkin Aviakor. But you will forgive me if I do not go into detail. At the risk of sounding immodest, I've commodified myself rather well. There are always corporations in need of design consultants. You'd be surprised how lucrative such work can be, and there's always other work I can turn to in pinch. No, it's alright. After all, it was my throwaway comment that led you down that path. I cannot fault you for following. Truth be told, I don't feel especially comfortable discussing my side work with relative strangers. Suffice to say, my freelance activities often fall on the illicit end of the spectrum. Tell me what you... okay. I dislike the term, but yes, I run the shadows. What gave it away? You are correct, of course. The residents of shadow communities are usually either too poor to live elsewhere or engage in behaviors too illicit to risk it. I will admit to being in the latter camp. Designing robotics is my passion, but it doesn't always pay the bills. He runs a hand over Koshchei's armor chassis, caressing the sculpted metal with his fingertips, feeling the subtle, supple contours. Anyway, my status as a foreigner has proven something of an impediment in this regard, and so... sorry as it may be to say it, the lion's share of my income flows from Koshchei's aptitude for butchery. Such is life, I suppose. We do what we must to do what we love. Why not work together? A compelling offer. I'm doing quite well on my own, but I must admit that there are certain jobs for which I am unsuited. Magic eludes me, and I am not a decker. My strength, too, comes from material objects in the real world, solid things with mass and heft. Things I can build and operate. Sadly, a great many clans are only interested in teams that display master over the intangible. This group of heirs, you have people who can cover those bases. If so, then perhaps we can help each other out. How can you not already know that? Have you ever rented a coffin apartment in a big city? Did you know all your neighbors by name? My situation is much same here. I keep to myself, and your friends don't come down to engine room. Alright. Obviously, there were... Okay, in that case, I will accept your offer on provisional basis. We will do a few runs together, see how we get on. If our association bears fruit, continue. If it does not, I will bid you my farewell and go back to working alone. Welcome aboard. When you receive a job, you know where to find me. My skills and resources are at your disposal. With that, I'm afraid I must bid you a good day. I have work to do. Alright, we just equip somebody up. Let's give him some points. Oh wait, points for you? Oh, we already did you. Alright, Crochet. I said good day. What's in here? Oh, this must be where he sleeps. Sorry, bro. He kind of creeps me out. Let's get to this. Your workstation and mission computer. The cool blue tones of the workstation's main menu fill the screen. A blinking message for you in the upper right corner notifies you that you have 6 unread messages. Welcome to Heoi. From Kindly Chang, on behalf of our friends, blah blah blah. And the Swift One's parlor, I welcomed you to her. Okay. I have already lined up 3 jobs for you. The details of each are contained in separate computer message. Please remember to check your messages often, and I will update with new opportunities as they occur. My mission computer's been set up. And news reports. Resources. I've been instructed to inform you of the various suppliers present in Heoi. Annie Chang has cultivated a commercial district of well-stocked and trustworthy vendors. Whatever you choose to be doing, okay. We can find, okay. Got Club 88 is a excellent resource for additional weapons should you require any. If you're needing magical supplies, go to the Parlor of 5 Faces. Spider Shen. Chrome Alley, medical supplies, 10 armed Ambrose. Okay. Laws Techno Palace. I need to find that. Just look for a sign glowing in the sky. That was the place that was hard to miss. Okay. Let's go find that. Shadowlands BBS. Welcome. What do I have posted? Pale data. Alright. Okay. Let's go find the big fucking sign. There's Club 88. Maybe it's here. I don't think I've... There's Maximum Law. There we go. That was him. A short human in his late 20s stands there. Okay. Tell me about this PDA. It was a Fuji Azura Star 3. They use a Scarab chip, which is good, but the motherboard is wet noodle and sprouts. There's wet noodles and sprouts. I pulled the trackers out and installed encryption. Now it runs on the Wampai virtual network. Wampoa? Corpse and cops can't crack it, can't track it. Nice work. That's what we do. This is Law's Technology Palace, satellite territory of Wampoa. You step on the boat, you're in the sovereign state. I represent Wampoa here. It's maximum. Or I'm Maximum Law. The Maximum Law. That's amazingly ostentatious holosign you've got. Alright, I have some money. Got erosion, firewall. Anything else I can buy? Got erosion. Suppression. And let's go with blaster. Alright. Yeah, I should. Oh, I can sell. Yeah, you want a machete? And alright. Let's exit. Why are you wearing VR goggles? It's augmented reality, okay. Alright. Let's go get a mission. Spend some of my karma points now that I have good. Save game. Create new save. No, no. Here. Alright. Shadowlands BBS. Relevant keywords. Terrorists in Hong Kong. Mainlander terrorists. Ming Pao said there were 4 of them. Got away. 1 human, 2 orcs, and a dwarf. Troll and an elf and human were all killed. White Star members. Looks like there's a 50,000 yen reward for any information to their capture. Okay, Poetry Slam. All right. The Wampones are a tribe of techno-fetishists and deckers who've taken up residence in Wampum Garden area of Hong Kong. They trade high-tech goods. A lot of new passes through their pasty little fingers. The Wampum elders are being eliminated by a serial killer. They've asked me to dispatch someone to get to the bottom of it. So you're gonna be my proxy. Alright. I gotta speak to him now. That's the one we're taking. Let's walk away. To catch a serial killer. Shake this up a bit. It's supposed to be a mystery as to what kind of candy you get. It didn't really shake up at all. I'll also do that later. Alright, Maximum Lao. Where are you again? Maximum law. Coming again to save the motherfucking day. Yeah, maximum law. Which maximum law? Let's see this way. There he is. He's right there. Zoom in really close. Tell me about Wampoa. We're pretty much the best, yo. What do you want to know? Let's see. I understand someone's killing your elders. Full on medieval. Let's see. Tell me about the drive. Generally. We're the Neo Matrix Collective. We run the Hong Kong Data Haven and the Hong Kong Shadownets. We are the Hong Kong Shadownets. Outside the corporate nets is the rest of Hong Kong, and in those shadows you will find threads of golden light like a vast spider web to carry that information. Those golden threads, and that web is Wampoa. Log gives a curt, virile nod. My buddy Redstorm wrote that. Pretty wicked, huh? Anyway, we're Bleeding Edge. On the path to the singularity. We're doing things no one else is doing. Except maybe Denver and Tokyo. Our homeland is the Matrix. Oh, good, they did mix reasonably well. In our homeland is the Matrix, and we're building a society of truth and expertise and information. I am more outspoken, yo. I don't need the meat space rituals. Modesty is inefficient. He shrugs dismissively. Is that a Wampoan thing? For those of us that are the most dialed, maybe. We're post-cultural. Oh my god. I hardly see any of this meat space. Our meat space headquarters is as big as this is a big 20th century ship that's totally awesome. Whatever, it's just meat space. Wampoa is Bleeding Edge on the path to becoming the singularity. And in the singularity there's gonna be nothing but straight up truth. Law punches his fist down at the ground, striking a majestic pose like a Tridio barbarian. Boom, truth. I know. Poor Agent Carter Smith Carter. I don't remember what we did with her. Wait. Carter Weaving? Alright, so I guess I have to... There we go. Metro will lead me out. Let's board a train. In addition to your team, your fixer has access to a small network of mercenaries in the Kowloon area. These runners appear below your core team on the run list and can be hired on a mission-to-mission basis. After you complete missions, both your team members and the available mercenaries will periodically gain access to new equipment and abilities. Any new items, okay, will automatically be available next time you take them on a mission. And that's where the paid mercenaries are down here. Like El Duce. Alright, so Duncan has a gun. Rector's probably pretty powerful, and I already am a Decker, so even though she has better gear than I do, but oh well. What am I taking? Inventory, skills, whatever. Confirm. Yep. Yeah, she's even an elf, so she's got like elf ears and shit. Hard drive crunching noise. Crunch, crunch, crunch. You can use medkits outside of combat when via the PDA's equipment screen. Wampoa Garden, a carnival of chrome and neon, rife with every manner of technology and artifice one can imagine. The entire area has the feel of a night market, save that chips are sold in lieu of steam buns. And vendors hawk the latest drones rather than folk art. Something stalks these streets, hiding just out of sight. It stalks the Wampoan elders, the leaders of the band of tech-savvy squatters that have claimed this neighborhood as their own. The street smells of ozone and fear, and those Wampoans you pass in the metro station have a haunted, furtive look in their eye. While the killer has struck only at the elders thus far, it may only be a matter of time before the ordinary residents are menaced as well. I've got my cargo carrier. And whatever else I have. Alright. Let's do this. The streets of Wampoa Garden are slick with rain, glittering under the neon glow of myriad signs of holographic displays. The sky reflects the same glow, painting the white apartment blocks the sickly orange of sodium streetlights. The smell of grilling meat mingles with other rarer scents, ozone, engine oil, and high-tech fabrication facilities. Despite the hour, there are plenty of people out and about. You can hear the calls of street vendors and touts urging people to their stores. That's what they call. Oh. Hello, good sir. Let's wander around. Hi. let's go talk to you. Let's see. This orc woman is festooned with small circuits, tiny trid screens, and speakers. The trid screens display the snippets of trid broadcasts from every corner of the world. The tiny speakers play counterpoint with a susurrus of voices speaking Spirithal, Punjabi, Kazakh, and other languages. Her expression is haggard. She fidgets with her fingers as you approach. You're so delicate, I saw. Is it multiplayer? Wait, yeah. Maybe. We'll see. Probably. Okay. Welcome to the Wampoa Friend. I am Elder Ng. These are Elders Tang and Ip. In gesture to the elf and human, who incline their heads respectfully. Thank you so much for answering our requests for help. We had nowhere else to turn. Under Tang's skin, glowing tattoos writhe and change shape. Tigers become cranes and move to dragons. We are under threat. One by one, we elders are being hunted by some monster. As you may have noticed when you arrived, there's been another killing tonight. Just tonight. It crosses his solid chrome arms. Holographic readouts dance constantly over their surface, displaying diagnostic information about their state, operating temperature, servo pressure, and a variety of other minutiae. He has the bearing of someone who could handle himself in a fight. I'm certain you have some questions. Ask. We'll do our best to tell you what we know. It started 2 weeks ago. The first to go was gone. The first gone was gone. We found him in his apartment, eviscerated. Eating swallows, grimacing at the painful memory. He'd been torn apart. His head had been ripped completely off and most of his skin flayed away. There was so much blood it took us a week to clean out his apartment. The rest have been the same, always at night, always dismembered. Each scene is like a nightmare. And every time, nobody has seen anything, like a ghost. Sometime early tonight, he locked up his shop. Dib stopped by to ask about some steel chips he had. The door was unlocked, and inside... Okay. Inside looked like a bad horror sim, just like all the other murders. It happened after sundown because we saw a shop was open, and on my way in, I was on my way to get some noodles for dinner. The Hong Kong police force isn't welcome here. They tried to force us out several times before, or come hunting for someone to pin a crime on. We do a lot of favors for local gangster triads, handle their matrix security, fix up their gear, and make sure they have access to the Hong Kong Shadowlands hub. We're too valuable a resource for them to lose, so they protect us when the HK, PF, or anyone else decides we're an easy target. They handle our physical security, and we make sure to send the message via the Matrix. The last time the Hong Kong police force made trouble, we started airing the assistant chief's dirty laundry all over the Trid. They got the picture and backed off. If someone was cheating a deal... Whoever did this, it wasn't human. The violence and the savagery, it was a monster, whatever it is. Plenty of metahumans are monsters too, Ing. Just because it's horrible doesn't mean it's supernatural. I am the invoker of sprites. I commune with the spirits of machines, ask them for blessings, and pass those blessings on to the people here. I heal the sick and ensure the feng shui of our habitat is as good as it can be given our confines. I am the fist and glorious servo. I study patterns, repair machinery, and teach others how to attune themselves to the wonders of automation. The blessed Autofab is my shop in Purview, where we make the drones we use and sell. Really? Really, that's with a fascinating and spiritual spin on things. It'd be interesting to hear more about your philosophy. Once we're done with the job, I think I may find your perspective to be very interesting. My nuanced Russian accent, yes. As for me, I serve as the resplendent voltage spike. That means I shoot people who try to screw with us. It's a fancy title for head of security. Might be wise to ask the residents of Whampoa Garden if they've seen or heard anything after that. After you've gone to Tong's Sensory Carnival, they may have seen and heard things we have not. Oh, that's a lovely sound. Porter Lamb at your service. The elders told me to be coming. Yep. Just the basics. See people shots to whatever. Brace yourself when you go in. Alright. Oh, Tong's Sensory Carnival looks like a scene out of a B-grade slasher film. The cloying scent of incense hangs thick and pungent in the air, emanating from the small shrine in the corner of the shop. Unfortunately, it doesn't bother to cover the reek of death and clotted blood. Despite the ragged elements of Elder Tong littering the floor, the rest of the shop appears to be in good order. At least at first glance, nothing is broken, tipped over, or otherwise ransacked. As you're about to step further into the room, you glance at the ceiling and walls. The blood from Tong's body isn't just confined to where his remains lie. Drying blood is spread about the walls and the ceiling as well. Let's poke his body first. Tong's body is a ruined mess. The destroyed ruin of his face is barely recognizable. What's left of his body would be described as savaged. All of his limbs have been torn off, and a pile of flayed skin lies next to the remnants of the Wampum Elder. His clothing has been all but reduced to rags, apparently sustained during the flaying. At this point, the only thing holding what's left of his body into a somewhat human form is the hair-thin fiber optics of his cyber wire. Let's see. I haven't seen anything like this since Annie Wong tried to stash some cred sticks in a devil's rat's nest. Takes a lot to turn my stomach, but who? On second thought, this isn't murder. This is more like, I don't know, a feeding frenzy. If it weren't for the skin, I'd say Tong stepped onto a mine or something. Curious. No subdermal bruising where skin's been removed. No signs of struggle. Coagulation of blood and lividity. Marks the time of death between 2 to 4 hours ago. Knife marks are methodical. The killer doesn't seem to have been interested in preserving the skin as any kind of whole. It was removed a bit like one fillets a fish. Path of least resistance. Some of the strips of skin have a more ragged edge than the others. Ragged edge looks consistent with a claw rather than blade. His neck's been severed between the 5th and 6th cervical vertebrae. Going across the bone indicates a bladed weapon. Sharp one at that, doesn't match other wounds. If I had to guess, I'd say he was killed by a blow to back of neck. Everything else was subsequent damage. Honestly, I have no idea. Whatever did the rest of the damage was secondary. Action of opportunity or like. Without further information, I am not comfortable guessing. That blood's supposed to be inside the body. Hear the ba. Okay. Closes her eye. Okay. There's no fear here, no anger, just this kind of satisfied feeling. Tong never saw it coming, and whoever did it was professional about it. Which is pretty odd, because no one's professional about eviscerating a body, as far as I know. I don't know why the killer was after Tong, but it definitely wasn't a kind of mindless creature, or even someone particularly passionate. It was someone who planned this and executed it, and was glad about it. It kind of feels like it was business as usual. The walls are covered in spattered and smeared blood, most of which has hardened into a crusty, congealed paste. Thick tracks of it run laterally. It looks like the blood's been deliberately smeared. Somebody deliberately smeared blood all over these walls. Somebody deliberately... Hey, Tic Cat, I don't know how a lot about blood and science at all, but I do know what blood looks like when it hits a wall. This isn't natural. Somebody deliberately smeared blood all over these walls. See how it looks like it's got paint trails? It's because somebody used Tong parts like a brush. Do I look like a psychologist to you? Maybe because they're like a freak. Maybe they're one of those sick serial killers that uses their murders as art. I ain't got no clue. All I know is what normal blood looks like on a wall, and this ain't it. Hey, you think that's strange? You ought to see the kind of sims they're coming out of Kolkata these days. They took that poly POV tech, and then collapsed all the carrier signals into one POV. You're like 4 people at once. And the underground gigs do blank jobs, you know, where they kill off one of the POVs. Sick stuff. Okay. There's a disk safe. Tong's desk drawers are open, and the safe that's been built... Okay, there's no sign of tampering. The green light to the right unlocked is blinking. Whoever did it with a key fob. Alright, someone got his money. SimSense editor. This is a Yamaha 95,000-V SimSense, the device for mixing and mastering SimSense chips. Several drive bays are empty, and all of the chip jacks are empty. The screen is flashing with a repeated error message. Warning, requested files cannot be found. Please return drives to bay and try again. Banging away at the SimSys keyboard, you manage to suspend the drive error. Warning for a time. Digging through the guts of the machine's recent files, you manage to kick it into diagnostic mode. Well, it's not as good as having access to the full system. Maybe you can learn something anyway. Yamaha SimOS 523 diagnostics. Memory, okay. Drive error. Alright, beginning core dump. Numbers, play links, key phrase, and assist peak levels. Based on the numbers you're seeing, Tong Simpson has been hacked to remove the peak controller levels from the chips he's been burning. Okay. Alright. Let's search the booth room. I think he was killed by something inside the computer. Alright, the people we can talk to now. Are you the killer? Ooh, we've got a dude we can talk to. I'm clicking on you. There we go. Zippy. This orc is busily snacking on a steamed bun. As you approach, he wipes off one of his hands and sticks it out toward you. Hey, stranger, nice to see you. Nah, I can't do that voice again. Hey, stranger, nice to see you. Zippy Toe Tag at your service. Hey, you linking Wampoa Garden. Nice to meet you, Zippy. Nice to meet you, too. Listen, I know it's been a little forward of me just to say hello and whatnot, but I'm interested in giving you a hand if I can. This is my home, and for the time being, I'd like to stop these killings. You've never met me before, but I know exactly who you are. You're my replacement. The elders had me autopsy what was left of Elder Gon and Elder Nakamura after they got ripped apart, but I didn't want to dig any deeper. So, since I don't know you, And I can smell a shadow runner a mile away. You've got to be an outsider. They have to stop the killings. He tilts his head back, obviously pleased it is amateur deduction. Nothing gets by you, does it? See, I have good eyes. A lot of good eyes, actually, if you're in the market for replacements. Only slightly used, and they come from certified donors, I swear. Hearty belly laugh erupts from the orc, and he slaps one of his thighs in elation. Man, I killed myself. That was awful. I know, I always wanted to be a stand-up comedian, but all my jokes are pretty terrible. I am one of the only trained surgeons around here. I keep the other Wampoans healthy. I gotta practice down the road. Blind Chen's a pretty good cyber doc, but he's basically an implant specialist, and that's it. How'd you end up here? I did my residency back in the UCAS. Could have become a real MD too if things hadn't gone south for unrelated reasons. Opens his coat, revealing a cyber deck. He pats it proudly. I also deck a little, but I'm better at slicing skin than I see. Wampoa Gardens seemed like a good fit for me. That's a cheap truth to cover my charges and eat, but it's damn near free service. There's always a waiting list. But it's good, honest work, like helping my neighbors. I thought I'd be a stand-up comedian once, but I prefer to see it. That's right, secret knowledge. Gotta be a comedian. I lived a lot of places, did my fair share of shadow running. What's the cow mean? I don't know what the cow means. Moo. Did my fair share of shadow running, but this place is special. It's been a long time since I felt like any place felt like home. I'm sure I'll move again, but not for a while. I'm not done with this city or these people. So it's fairly peaceful around here. Some small-time gangs. I've tried pushing here before. We're just picking a fight with Tang and his guys, but we... Okay. Gone died from a broken neck. Looks like someone wrenched it around, and his arms and legs were cut off. Some skin flayed away too. Nakamura had his throat ripped out by someone with pretty sharp teeth. At first I thought it was a devil rat, but the teeth marks were all from something with a humanoid jaw. Didn't look at Etunde from what I saw at a distance. It's the same story. Didn't seem much point. I'd seen it twice already. Sir Tom reported Molly. Okay. The BTL business is unsavory, but the man had to eat. And his regular Sims were great. Generally all around nice guy. Friendly with everyone. No one ever mad at him. What kind of blade? Is it a knife or a sword? I don't know. Back and neck. I don't like it at all. The whole affair's got me in it. People dying is nothing new, but the flayed skin, ugh. It's trying to muddy the waters of all the blood. He's a spiritual leader. She's the boy. Okay. Ip's the muscle. Sims, BTL chips, used to be a city player. Nakamura came from Fukuoka, interested in entertainment, trade mostly, spent a lot. Okay. Then there's Magpie. She was the chief decker. Hot as hell against IC, built her own hardware. Salty old woman, though. Never met anyone who was quite as shrill or nasty when she was mad. She was mad most of the time. She didn't. Maybe a month ago, she just up and disappeared. Okay. Why would she disappear? This seems suspicious. elders have a spare key. Okay. Magpie and the others never saw the why. She was never saw eye to eye. Most of the rest had a grand vision for what they was here. Maybe Magpie just wanted it to deck. She was only an elder because she needed someone with, because they needed someone with her matrix chops. Last argument was between her, Ingep, and Nakamura. It was over something relatively trivial. I think Nakamura wanted to expand the pirate trade business in the nation. She absolutely refused. But not using up variable bandwidth for trivial entertainment ship. Anyway, it went from there. She wasn't going to let Tang expand his drone business any further because it would get too much Megacorridor attention. They accused her of blocking them just because she could, which is probably true. Lots of screaming. Blocking them. Alright, Zippy, thanks. Let's see what portally I'm here. Moo Complex. Huh. I may take a look at that. There we go. Stay put. Ow. Sorry. Elder Magpie. That she was a bitch. Never met anyone so deliberately contrary as were. No, okay. No, okay. Let's keep going and find some stuff. We have this guy, Mo. Man in front of this stall is rooting through a box of music chips with the swift fingers of someone who knows what they're looking for. Behind him, a music player pumps out a constant stream of distorted, atonal music. Mo Genbi. We've got 4 bootlegs of Echelon 60, the unreleased Enoch Ian Keys double chip show from Brazil, but absolutely 0 chips from Shotgun Bloom. Don't get down on Echelon 60. Saw them when they played that unlicensed show at the old Choco Tart factory in Suan. Show was amazing. Please had to break it up through the second act. I'm from UCAS. Let me grab the water. And by that I mean water to refill my water. Used to be a company man for years, pushing code on their servers. Okay. It's the kind of thing that Sims teach you everybody reaches for. The dream life. Can you tell me about the Wampas? Okay, let's see if he knows anything about the brothers. Alright. We've asked Mo. Hey, Breaker Hue. An imposing troll stands in front of a stall, overflowing with weapons of all sorts, pistols, rifles, and even brass knuckles. Internet trolls are a literal thing. Though it's Matrix trolls. Just the elders have been getting hacked apart. Alright. Let us check out this place. is that garage. I see you've brought... Can I talk to somebody? Hi. Red Spear Ganger? That's far enough, lady. The woman hefts her weapon, tossing a nod towards the gangers behind her. This lot's our turf. If you're looking for a fix, you're welcome to trade, but you're not here for business, and clear the hell out. Alright. What happened in the fight here? Some police showed up looking for somebody. They got in here, all of them got killed. Wherever they were, long gone. Used to be a lot of wampons living here. They all cleared out, muttering about ghosts and shit like that. I don't have either of those. All right. Let's try to avoid the violence. Hello, Demergo. Ah, them's eyes. Look at those eyes. Okay. Let's see if Porter has a key to the room here, or to... Alright. Let's also get a key to... What's your faces? Shop. Well, Henry, there actually could be more combat than I have allowed to happen. I've been kind of intentionally avoiding it. Well, it's also good that I can avoid it because I basically put no points into combat. Most of my points are in charisma shit and dialogue options and shit like that. That would be nice to have. Oh well. I am too poor. You gotta do it over here too. Anything over here now? Nope. And yeah, combat is what teammates are for, but the previous mission I can only take two other people with me, so it was kind of, it worked out okay. And I actually didn't have any combat at all, I think. Okay, welcome to Ming Wang Matrix Materials, aka MVMM. What can I get you? What do you have for sale? Looks like some Decker stuff. I can actually buy some of this. I think I actually have these, though. Does it say owned if I have it? Sniffer 1.0, degrade. Drones, consumables, programs. Alright. Later, dude. Later. Alright, so which one of these is her shop? That's the Metro. There's the jack point. We have a display case. Bin is full of assorted chips, peripherals, and add-on modules for cyberdecks. They don't seem to be arranged in a coherent fashion. Unfortunately, Joel chips and Herbert's too esoteric for you to make only a top-notch decker to be able to understand the majority of this stuff. Alright, so apparently I suck too much. The front of the server's case hangs open, the inner machinery quiet without power. The clipboard is stuck to the side by a piece of duct tape. Its papers are okay. Bugs, butter, attack, program, storage. Solitary red light blinks on the open server. Looks like a backup drive with its own light slide in it. Probably is. Okay. I was hoping they would poof around. Magpie's desk is kind of messy. Orders and Deckers. Surface is littered with cigarette butts. Half-finished cans of soy calf and scraps of electronics. Tiny pile of empty instant noodle bowls sits next to it. Alright. The noodles are adorned with Honest Wang's instant old-time Lamian and depict a line of top hat wearing caterpillars dancing with canes. Let's see. Awesome. I didn't think anyone but me liked Honest Wang's noodles. Flavor like you've never tasted in a package of instant noodles, I promise. See, this one's cheese curry broccoli. I don't know why it never caught on, honestly. Gee, who could pass up a delicious taste of cheese curry and freeze-dried vegetables? I know, right? People out there have no idea what kind of culinary delights they're missing. Let's search the desk. Overflowing whatever. Spare stockroom keys. Ziploc thickens. A secret lockbox. Latch and lock torn out. All the keys to Magpie's treasure trove missing. Who do you suppose stole them? That would make sense. The culprit would have been in a hurry. If these Wampoans are tech-savvy as they seem, a cheap maglock wouldn't be much difficulty for them. Anyone looking for loot to Magpie's shop wouldn't want to pass up our stockroom. It would be full of more valuable gear. Background clicking noises brought to you by Ortho. Clicking chairs for at least a year. Search Magpie's bathroom. There's not much here. Toothbrush, toilet paper, hairpins, cheap makeup, combination bath shower unit. However, his minor flakes of a dry reddish substance near the drain. Dried blood, printed open. Okay, looks like quite a bit was shed as well. Shit, maybe Magpie didn't take a trip after all. With all that amount of blood, I'm guessing someone killed her quietly, then drained her blood in a bath to make it cleaner to relocate. I'm thinking there's a lot more going on with these murders than we're initially told. First, they don't even mention Magpie to us. Now it looks like she's been killed. Something's not right here, ticket. Let's not mention this to the elders. If they're hiding anything, they may start cleaning up their tracks better. Let's go see what's up about this. Let's get her done. Oh yeah, and in any game where you get points for, anyway, I have the sewer key now, let's go check that out. Where you get points that you can put into, like, dialogue options, I always max that out. Because you know what, you can always reload a save to maybe have combat go better for you, but, let's see if we can get anything from this. Nope. There we go, storm drain. I don't know what Pen Zero is. Now here, I'm very likely to engage in some combat. We're gonna get some combat. Get this drone all used up. Get some stuff going on. Around the corner, you hear voices speaking just loudly enough for you to make out coherent sentences. The speakers are definitely not local. They speak with a slight Slavic accent, and their clothing is heavily armored. Okay. Vasilisa. Yaroslav says the boat will be ready tomorrow morning. He's gotten everything arranged with the Port Authority. We'll move the goods to his warehouse. We'll handle loading them on the ship. Then we get paid right here and there. Well, to be done with this filthy place. I will too. I hate having to hide in these damned rains. It stinks down here. You can hear the devil rats running down the walkways. It's a mess. It's disgraceful. We shouldn't have to put up with this bullshit. And Alexander isn't back from his little trip. We'll have to leave him behind so he doesn't get back soon. I know, Galina. Until Audrey says we're in the clear from the Triads, we can't be seen with the goods on the street. They'll find us. We'll go back to Vladivostok in sausage casings. Those Red Dragon Mudiki don't screw around when it comes to protecting their turf. Who knows, maybe Alexander was stupid and they caught him. Either way, we'll have to lug this crap through the drains for a few clicks. The York woman sniffs here suspiciously, and her eyes dart towards the direction you stand in. Alright. What have we here? Cures of the pest. Come down, look for things that don't concern you. What do you do with pests, Galina? We break them, Valisa. Then we hammer them to a spike. Hammer a spike through each of their throats. So anyone who sees their bodies knows we don't meddle in our affairs. I suggest you stay where you are, pest. You make a move, shithead. Give me a reason to put you down. These thugs think you're so hard. I kill trash like you every day. Let's see. You think I give a shit about what you're doing down here? None of that concerns me. You think I'm stupid? This is stupid. She's right, Galina. You know how sounds echo through these tunnels. Shit. Let's see. You said you wanted to sweep the stockrooms. Yeah, okay. Alright. I defuse that situation. This is probably what I would need to convince the elders to give me the key. Ooh, body parts. The son belonged to a Vor. These are criminal tattoos. The lighthouse shows he tried to escape from prison. Or plan to. Or to say, all police are dogs. That skull inside square means he served prison time for robbery once. Vor's a thief. The Vorevi. Zakone is the name of organization. Thieves in law. They have strict codes. Police are on. I think I have news about your Alexander. He's a pile of bones now. Let's go give them a talk. Okay. Where does this one take me to? Okay, so we have creepy music. Okay, so where is her stock room? Is it over this way? Ah. Wait, was this where I originally went down here? May have been. Alright, let's open this door. We've got mementos. The wooden mask is extremely light. It's been painted white. In Japanese, that's shit. Standing before you is a man clad in heavy armor, bearing a katana on his hip. His skin is ashen and gray, his eyes dead white, his teeth are jagged and appear quite sharp. This is no man, this is a ghoul. Gaichu. Stay put thingy. Oh, that's what's doing that. Ghoul's blind eyes search back and forth as it regards you. It cannot see you, but you have a sense that it knows exactly where you are at all times. A hired gun, no doubt brought to bear against me by the Wampan elders. A means by which they can lift the curse plaguing them. I salute your tenacity, but I wonder, will you hear me out before raising your weapons to kill me? You're a ghoul and you're talking. Yes, I'm not only talking, but I am reasoning as well, and since you have not attempted to kill me, your own higher faculties are engaged. I'm a curiosity to you. The ghoul bares his teeth, breath rasping over them as he inhales. You wish to know not only what I am, but what I have done. And as for who, you may call me Gaichu. You are correct. I have killed all of the Wampan elders to date, although only Elder Magpie was according to my initial plan. I regret the deaths of the elders, but it was necessary. What does Gaichu mean? Harmful insect. It is the name I have taken for myself, since the word is usually applied to pests, especially ones who drink blood, such as leeches and mosquitoes. The first character means injury or evil influence. The second one means insect or worm. This affair began simply enough. As you may surmise, I am not someone who can be seen in public without great risk. The Wampoa Garden is an excellent place to hide, no police or triad presence, and minimal interest in things that lurk in shadows. Fortunately for me, Elder Ng discovered me through communion with her spirits. Rather than kill me or chase me away, she came to me with a proposition. Ng and the other elders were having problems with one of their number, an elder named Magpie, who had been holding many of their plans hostage and would not budge. They could not remove Magpie, however, because her services were too useful to the Wampans Lurch. Payment to dispose of it? Okay. Why the hell are you talking to this thing, Tit Cat? It's a goddamn ghoul. You know what they're like. Really? Pray tell, what am I like? All teeth and claws and bad manners, I expect. Gaichu's tone is amused, despite the harshness of his rasping voice. You want to crack jokes, you cannibal? Wu takes an involuntary step forward, raising his rifle. You're the kind of monster that devour our family just because it's convenient. I remember the 162's ticket, just like them. Why should I kill and eat a family? Have they threatened me? Tried to kill me? No, I have plenty of food, and I prefer only to devour those who have tried to do harm to me. Or to do me harm. I believe we were speaking to the... Okay, you didn't clean up all of her blood. I found some in the drain. Unfortunate. I thought I was careful enough. Having it on my hands must have obscured my sense of smell enough that I missed the last remnants of in the drain. I disposed of Magpie's body by emptying the blood in her bathroom, then I cut her up into more portable pieces. Those were placed in a plastic tarp, which I took to the storm drains and hid. Gaichu nonchalantly waves a hand, his tone flat and unconcerned. It's unfortunate, but my survival depends upon consumption of raw metahuman flesh. Letting such nourishment go to waste would be a foolish error. Afford me a moment, I will explain the rest to you. I contacted the elders, not in person of course, and they arranged to exchange payment. I assumed that since the job was done, Ng would be a woman of her word. I was mistaken. I arrived in the nearby parking garage the elders had told me about. They cleared out the other. What was under some pretense? I'm not sure what ruse they used. The elders never showed up. Instead, several members of the Hong Kong police force arrived, and they were more heavily armed than usual. So I suspect they knew something of my nature. Of course, I've survived as a ghoul for some years now. On the streets of Hong Kong, if that isn't evidence enough of my tenacity, I doubt any words I could say will change your mind. A betrayal of that sort cannot stand. Not only was I not paid for my time and effort, Wampoan elders treated me like a common animal, and I am much more than that. Reputation is everything, and I had none. I had hoped to build a network of contacts so that I could continue finding work. But with that treachery, my hopes were dashed. I decided to become the monster they feared. One by one, I have eliminated them. They know how to contact me, and could have ended their nightmare at any time by making amends. I would have asked for more money, but I would have ceased my hunt, yet they did not. Instead, they contacted you. No doubt asking you to eliminate me where the police had failed. A curious offer. And what of the elders? Will you allow me the satisfaction of killing them? Ooh. I would counsel you not to believe their words, but you have the sound of one who is weary. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let's go see if they can tell them that we know what's going on, and maybe I can use my charisma power to sup. Let's see. We brought this thing into our home. Kill it. Glue for it. Okay. Why the hell is a ghoul here, and why is it wearing armor? Calm yourselves. I am not an it, and your elders know this intimately. Good evening, Elder. I can smell your fear, and I'm glad of this. It means you are learning the price of your betrayal. Borderland. Whoa, what the hell's going on here? Can someone explain to me why the ghoul is talking? We would never lie to them. Okay. You believe this vermin, this creature that feasts on metahuman flesh and kills and dismembers our tribesmen? What proof do you have? Magpie is dead. I have a necklace. Ah, shit. This cool's okay. If the elders wish to treat me like a monster, I would tear. Okay. Let's see if I have enough evidence. Pure supposition. You think it proves that... Oh, wait. We can do better than this. Not that version. always have the DS for or the. They always have the. They always have the Game Boy Advance versions instead of the DS versions for some reason. You think this proves something that I know? Okay. Chu seems to be telling the truth. Elders, too many facts don't add up. You are obviously hiding something, possibly a great deal from the rest of the tribe. I'm sorry I have to take you into custody. Okay. Death would seem appropriate to me, especially given that the... Alright. Don't you dare talk to me like that. Uh-oh. Alright. I defused that without firing a shot. Let's see. That's why I let them live. It's not how we do things. Got 2 karma out of that. That's not too bad. Can I go sneak in here and find out whatever the fuck was back here? Press R to reload your current weapon. The MTR rockets noiselessly towards Haoi along the edge of Kowloon Bay. The black water glitters in the night with the light of 1,000 reflected storefronts. Kaichu stares sightlessly out the window, one hand pressed to the glass. The plot by the elders is exposed, and Porter Lamb is in your debt. You have a new ally and the respect of the Wampoans. Sometimes everything goes right on a job. You count yourself lucky. This was one of those times. I wonder if it's possible to avoid combat in every mission, because that'd be awesome! Because I don't think that was possible in Dragonfall. Steven Dynamite. Alright, I will completely forget about that, but okay. Let's get on my boat. Ooh, there's a smuggler. Got something for me? Get my money. Where's my money, bitch? Okay. I have a lot of karma to spend. Extra blood. Oh, yeah. Alright. It is time for me to... Where's the exit? Save and quit. It's time for me to end my stream, bathe, and sleep. Hopefully this will all happen in the next, like, 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm enjoying the game. I feel like if I wasn't streaming, it would go a lot faster because I kind of feel the need to like read the text when I can probably read it quite a bit faster. But I'm enjoying it. It's gonna take me like 3 times as long though. I'm curious how long to beat says people are taking to get through it. How long to beat.com. And we are going to search for Shadowrun Hong Kong. Main story 30 hours, completion is 64 hours. Main plus extra 28 and a half, so probably... Hi kitty, what are you doing up here? What are you doing here? Come here, come here. Get your kitty about here. Let's unplug that so that... Come on, you're welcome up here right now. What are you doing? No, don't shit on. That is not something you want to shit on. That's a computer. I mean, I know it's warm. Warmer than normal. Kidding. It's dark out, you know. It's a nice pretty view of our urban environment. Dragonfall Director's Cut says main story 23 hours, main plus extra 29 and a half. I think I did put about 30 into it, so at this rate, this game is probably going to take me 35 to 40, if not longer. But that's fine. Main story. Yeah, there's not very many. We'll see. But I have put quite a few hours, done 2 missions, and I've been in 2 or 3 fights. 3 fights, I think, total. Of probably about 10 that have been Yeah. Which is the first fight at the dock, which may be avoidable. But it might just be there for tutorial reasons. There was an avoidable fight that I skipped just past the dock. And then you have to escape under fire from the police. So that was the second actual fight that I was in, but the third fight overall. It looks like there were probably 3 fights to get to... What's his name? Stringer Bow? I don't remember. And I did have a fight when I opened a room and there were some like wolf dogs in there. And that in this mission it looked like there was 1, 2, maybe 3 fights I could have gotten into. And I got into 0, so yeah. Not bad. Yeah, I put 31 hours into Dragonfall. And I've put 6 hours into Hong Kong. So yeah, it's gonna take me forever. So yeah, I'm a diplomat. What are you gonna do, kitty? You look like you're entranced by something. I'm gonna touch your belly. I'm gonna touch your belly. You're a kitty. He is a kitty. I should be streaming tomorrow. Probably this. I may decide that I just want to try to blaze through it alone. Because it could take too long. Oh yeah, and there's a free weekend for the Dinosaur Arc whatever game. I may be playing it with Ortho if it seems like it's fun. I think I don't have a choice on that matter, actually. Unless we both decide it sucks. If we decide it sucks, then I may get back to it. And we'll see. Alright, well, I will see you all later. Tomorrow, most likely. I mean, I am on call this week, so it's possible I could be stuck at work for, like, infinity hours, which would be good because I actually get paid for that. Oh, that'd be awesome. I should break something. Secretly. Spend the whole weekend, get like an extra 16 to like 20 hours of money. Do you know how awesome that would be? I'm not gonna do that. It's against the code. Alright, I will see you all later.